All right, guys, welcome in, welcome back. We made it to Friday. Feeling a lot better tonight. Actually doing really good. 2 days ago, I didn't know if I was going to make it till morning, and now I feel a lot better. So we're going to do a little show. I'm still trying to get it set up. I don't have chat up yet or nothing. Working on it. Trying to get it going here. Yeah, man, it's been a rough weekend for me, man. And the week was even worse. And then something kind of broke free, I guess, on my body. And, man, I'm starting to feel better now. Could be the clouds that are coming through. All right, let's take a look at some of the maps. I got just a couple articles to go over. The moon got hit. It got hit. Somebody caught something hitting the moon. People always wonder, why don't anybody ever catch stuff hitting the moon? Well, it got hit. And it's on video. First, let's check the power outages. California is getting slammed. 51,000 without power. We got floods, mudslides, landslides. You name it, they got it. The drought's over there. Wisconsin, they're up to 20,000 without power. Pennsylvania, 2,600. New York, 2,000. New Jersey, 1,948. The moon's not transparent. That's funny. So anyway, yeah, California's getting just slammed. Now I come over to look at the polar vortex winds, and they're gone. It's like they're gone. They're still gone. So I wanted to go back in time. Let's go back to last year at this exact time. There's the polar vortex. How about the year before? Let's go to 2021. There's the vortex. How about 2020? There's the vortex. Like, where the heck did our vortex go? Let's try to go back to... Here, we'll try there. 2018. Yeah, okay, it was a little weak, but it wasn't completely gone. How about 2017? That was the La Nina year. Let's go back to now. Anyway, the jet stream, the polar vortex winds are missing, which is weird because that means the weather patterns aren't going to move until we get that upper level wind back. Let's check out the jet stream. Now there's been a bunker fuel operation going exactly where the jet stream is coming down, right off the coast of Alaska, coming right on down, right into the west coast. We also have a Hurricane Hunter plane out here right now on a secret mission. And let's go take a look. So this is actually back on the 9th. For some reason, the maps won't load where I need them. I mean, I can come way out, but you can see that if I try to zoom in on it, it disappears, but there's a huge bunker fuel operation there. Go back a day. Started on the 8th, I think. Yep, started on the 8th. So March 8th, they started the bunker fuel operation, the cloud brightening operation, cloud whitening, whatever you want to call it. Took a 1-day pause, which is today. They just shut it down. I mean, there might be 1 or 2 light ones in there, but it's pretty well shut down. So it was a 3-day operation out here. And where did At least I think they're not. Yeah. Actually, I see them right here. There's still some here. So they're still out here. And that's right where the jet stream's coming down. Oh, I know what I was thinking here. Let me go to the... There's an aircraft mission. A Hurricane Hunter plane is right in there right now, or it's en route. Unknown mission. And here's where they are. They're right out off the coast of San Francisco. I don't know which way they're heading, but that's where they're at. But there's something I was going to show you. Oh, I'll have to go to the west. Anyway, we're looking at the microphysics. It's kind of a mixture. And then microwave imagery. But we see the dark line coming down through Canada all the way down. These are the aircraft creating the air trails. And I'm going to show you here a little bit better. This is, if I take the, turn it into grayscale now. Let's invert the color. Here we go. So now we're on a grayscale. Now what? Now you can watch as they come flying in after the cloud goes by here. And you'll see exactly where they're, you can see all the way through Canada coming down the dark lines. Look at that. All the grid patterns right out ahead of the storm, just keeping right out. And there's also another spray job going on up in Canada. I was just trying a different view here. But yeah, this is all the man-made aircraft trails. Yeah, bunker fuel operation, that's the shipping industry pumping out the super nasty bunker fuel. Just look up fuel oil on Wikipedia. You can look up the health impacts. Kills up to 400,000 people each year due to the high amounts of crap in there, but it causes 400,000 deaths per year, lung cancer, cardiovascular disease. Also, 14 million childhood asthma cases from it each year. California's getting drenched. They're going to open the Oroville Dam spillway for the first time in 4 years. Friday, they began flowing 15,000 cubic feet per second. It's capable of releasing 270,000 cubic feet per second. Well, we've seen what happened before with it. See if the repairs have worked. We've had a couple earthquakes they're calling it could be a signal for a volcano going off up in Alaska. You know, we got all the weather stuff going on up there with it. Who knows? So a second volcano in remote Alaska is experiencing elevated earthquake activity. You know, we got the sun that's just been blasting us. And I'm working on some better sun stuff, like telescope stuff. I'm trying to get it going so I can really film it. We had a weird volcano or earthquake, I think, in a pretty good size one. I think in Colorado. I'll have to look that up. A bunch of people have died out there from these storms that are hitting. And here you go. Boom. Japanese astronomer catches meteorite smashing into the moon. Here, let me grab this link here. I'll put it in the chat if you want to watch it. I'm not going to play because I'll probably get blasted. A Japanese astronomer captured the telltale flash of a meteorite impacting the moon, causing a brief flash. Happened around 2014-30 Japan Standard Time on February 23rd. The meteor appears to have struck near the Idler L crater slightly northwest of the Pakistas crater. I don't even know how to say that, but I'll look it up, man. We'll start looking. We'll see if we can find a new crater. So there's definitely going to be a new crater there. But yeah, it's over on Twitter. I don't want to play it because I don't want to get hit with nothing. Hey, thanks out there, Wisdom. And who else? Monica, thanks out there. Much love. So anyway, here we go. People always ask, you know, do you guys ever catch stuff hitting the moon? Yeah, I've seen several videos, but they, for some reason, seem to disappear off the net. But here's definitely one. Did I post that into the chat? I can't remember. Here, let me try it again. That way if you want to play it. I also started an Astro bin where I can upload some pictures. Let's see if I can find me here. But if you, I don't think you have to be a member. It's just a free website, I think. Maybe not for people posting pictures, but if you want to see the higher quality pictures, you can come over here. The name of it is, let me try to copy this. Paste. This way I can upload like detailed moon photos. I've only uploaded 3, and these aren't even my best. It's just the latest ones I've done. But the nice thing about this is when you get here, you can click the picture, then you can really zoom in on this thing. And it also works pretty good over on the Patreon. But I mean, this is even better. Like, look at that. You can really zoom in. You can download the photo. So we'll definitely be looking for that new crater. So these are my most recent moon photos that I took. Wasn't quite perfectly in focus, but man, it's still pretty good. Doing wide field. I'm trying to learn how to do a mosaic. Let me go back. How do I go back? Yeah, full C. You get full screen resolution. Like it's got to almost download it. Like I'm stuck now. Let me fit the window. Yeah, it's got to pretty much download it. Anyway, let me get back. I did that photo of the moon. If I can get out of here. I don't even know how to navigate this. Go back one more. And then this photo here of the tri-field galaxies. I think this one's called the, see if I go full. Yeah, you got to kind of wait for them to load because they're such big picture files. They're JPEGs, I think, but they're still huge. So that one's called the Hamburger Galaxy or something. I can't remember them all. But anyway, if you want to check it out. So anyway, there's something hitting the moon. Hopefully I'll catch something like that soon. And now that I'm working with this sun scope, man, hopefully I can get it dialed in and working. So apparently NASA is worried about sandstorms. Scientists are beginning to map out dust and sandstorms in order to plan for the future fight against the climate control. Dust storms, sandstorms happen, blah, blah, blah. We know how they happen. We've seen downburst. And, of course, they're blaming it all on the climate stuff. The storms can damage crops, kill livestock, strip topsoil where they originated, while distant areas are affected by atmospheric dust, carcinogens, and surface dust deposit, which affect human health. Disrupt transportation supply chains. Well, plant some trees. Remember, we created the Dust Bowl by over farming, and they had to plant a bunch of trees to fix it. Also, the dust particles in the air have a greenhouse effect, trap heat. Well, so does the aircraft. 40% of the atmospheric aerosols, which are minute particles suspended in the atmosphere, are dust particles. We know all that. That I was going to read later. I've been talking about this for years. Scientists revived a zombie virus frozen for 48,500 years in ice. They learned it could still infect other cells. No kidding. It's only a matter of time they open something like this up, and it just wipes everybody out. And they revived it. Like we have the Mad Men for scientists. Scientists revived a 48,000-year-old virus from the permafrost, found it was still infectious. The virus was tested on amoeba, but could indicate more dangerous viruses lurking in the permafrost. Like, do these people not have common sense? They don't. None of these people that are in charge or anything have any common sense. We have wild, crazy Franken scientists. We got a wood robot that can plant seeds in remote places. Watch it drill into the soil. How do I get out of this crap? Well, I'm not paying for this article. I guess we'll skip it then. They're already calling for mega fires for Australia. Not really calling for it, but they're talking about it. You know, everything's going to be about the climate control. And that's what we've been talking about for years. We knew they were going to use the weather to bring the New World Order in. Solar winds still up pretty high, 417 kilometers a second. We got a waterfall made from hot plasma falling from a precipice tall enough to swallow 10 Earths. Now, if this telescope thing I can get going, it won't be like that good, but it might be in black and white like that if I get it going right. So this was caught on March 9th. All these images are caught for people in their backyard like me. These aren't professionals. They're amateurs. That's why the more people from their backyards, that's why we find stuff hitting the moon. That's why we find these crazy images that we can catch. Because we're doing the work ourselves. This guy's from Argentina. That's why we're always saying eyes to the skies, man. And I'm getting ready to give away this other telescope. It's never even been used. I used the mount, but not the telescope. It's exactly like the last one we gave away. It's like $800, $800 telescope. We'll be giving away that soon. I've been working on the observatory when I can, so that I can use it one time in film, show how to film with it, and then when I give it away, we'll have a good idea. So Cyclone Freddy is still going. It's been over a month. The longest cyclone ever recorded is still going. Here we go. It's going to hit as a category 1. Let me see where it's at. It's probably right on there. Yeah, it's right on there now. It's just like a big old tornado scraping away the land. It really don't matter if it's a category 1 or 2, because it's probably going to sit there for hours just disintegrating that thing. Look, it's just like sitting there. Just for the heck of it, let's go look at it with the microwave. Try the last 48. Yeah, that's right, Ryan. They just rob us for our tax money when the real foot soldiers are the people like us in their backyards doing the actual filming and the processing. So nothing too weird. It's just like a zombie cyclone even. Got a new Invest 99. We won't have no stuff on this. Let's check out the atmospheric river. We know where all the missions are. See, it's still got the block on there. You can still see that little poof coming down, probably from the scatter radar that's way up here in the North Territory. Definitely too far south to be from the HARP facility. Something's putting the block on there, and then you have the bunker fuel operation there. Let's go look at that map a little more, if it'll let me. So yeah, they're definitely out here. They split the high pressure zones, what they did. There was a high pressure out here and they split it into 2. So yeah, I just can't get that. It's like the only place I want to look and it won't load for me. It's been like that for like a week. I get it, but like I only get this one little view and it's hard to find everything. Like it's probably right under this part. Yep, there they are. See a little one starting right there. Look at all of them. This is today. This is the bunker fuel. They're making clouds with the shipping industry. Like, look at all of them, like, lined up. It doesn't look to me like they're going from point A to point B. Especially if you can do this day after day. Look at it, a couple days in a row where they headed, how far they're going each day. Yeah. It's weird how that blacks out. Really been having... Oh, that's yesterday. Let's try today. That was yesterday. And today they're up here. See all the synthetic... These are synthetic clouds. I've seen volcanic clouds look like that. I mean, they're mimicking volcanoes. Of course, most of the United States is whited out, man. Not too many blue skies going on in the United States right now. Just kind of scroll around here, take a look. Here's our cyclone just on the west side of Madagascar, just churning. Whoa, we got a lot of dust out here. Is that dust or a... let me see something here. Is that dust or... No, that's just a reflection. Thought we might have had a new dust storm. Man, them clouds are different color. Looks like they're having a little issues with this thing. Look at the microwaves in there. The frequency waves. Aerosols being deployed. It's not wanting to load very clear, but they're there. Going right up through Barcelona. We had aerosols just right in between Ireland and the northern UK. And a bunch going into Norway. Always clear around the antenna array in Australia, completely clear. Always get a lot of that half semicircle there, like, you know, they're engineering power right here. Which they are. It's a low frequency antenna, but and you got some pretty bad smog over here. Smog and pollution. Man, it's looking nasty over there. Here, let's look at that on here. Make sure we're on now. So here we are looking at the carbon monoxide surface concentrations. See, it's always kind of high down here in Southern California. You'd think with all the rain and snow it wouldn't be that high, but it is. And it's always pretty high up here off the East Coast. This is actually really high, higher than normal. Could be a pretty good fire down there. See where the fires are now. We can see where the bad stuff is. Over here, India, China, South Korea. Let's check the carbon dioxide. It's not looking bad. Sulfur. This is the same thing, the shipping industry, all these lines. This is the bunker fuel ship lanes. This is bunker fuel. This is coming from the ships. High amounts of sulfur, which is making the storms more intensified, more electrified. And you know, this is going from point A to point B. What we're seeing out here, all these curved, you know, they're coming down, they're curving back around. They're not out here fishing. They're making clouds. Really see them with the nitrogen levels. This is what the ships are doing. These are the chemtrails of the ocean. And they're affecting the weather big time. Look down here from South Africa up to Dakar. Look at that big old thick liner. So this is the real pollution right here. Let's go over to see if I can go to the west. We can get it to load here. Hope everybody's doing good out there. And it feels good to feel good. I'm pretty tired, but at least I feel better. I feel a little normal. Look at that spray operation way out here. Them are aircraft. So we got a huge aerosol campaign way out off the coast out here. And then I can see the bunker fuel down to the east and south. The dark blue lines are the aircraft. The light ones here, I'll stop it. These real, if you can see my mouse, these real light ones, that's the ships. And then all these lines right here, the dark blue lines, that's the aircraft. You can see they were flying 3 abreast, dumping a load. Yeah, 3 and 3. So same 3 planes are doing it, looks like. Well, actually, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of that could be commercial. It's ran by an AI program. Turns them off and on when they need it. Raytheon. Let's take a look at the water vapor maps. Let me get back on the main continent here. Let's check this real quick. Oh, I was going to check the earthquakes. That's really what I wanted to look at. I know I seen one on my phone that was pretty good size for like Colorado, I think. Where is my thing here? Okay. Yeah, actually, there's a pretty good swarm going in. Like I said, with all the weight of the snow and the water, and then you got solar activity. You got pretty much a full moon. There could be more earthquakes popping off. Looks like we got one right here at 3.4. I don't like the colors here. Maybe I won't even use colors. So look, we got a good size one, 3.4 off the west coast. We look right there. Let's see where them are. Hold on, this will be easier on the USGS map. If I can get it to load. I always have a hard time getting this to load. Yeah, I'm actually, hey, that's exactly right there, Tony. Medication affects the liver. My livers and kidneys are all messed up. That's what was taking me out. And I've been eating a lot of raw greens. I've been eating, broccoli, and everything green. Been cleaning out, and finally I started cleaning out. That's what's making me feel a little better. I'm actually drinking a green drink and green tea right now. Got a bunch of that green stuff in there. Green powder. Man, this thing always takes forever to load for me. Yeah, I take milk thistle every day. Potassium. That's why I have my potassium levels dropped really bad. Down to where I had to take like 4 hours of potassium just to keep me standing upright. So we definitely got a earthquake swarm going on. Probably fracking, but who knows. See what layers I got here. Man, it's taking forever to load. Hey, thanks out there, Rita. Thanks out there. Yeah, I actually did a job for a preacher today, and I had done a job yesterday for a preacher, so for a church. So today I had a preacher gave me some prayers before I left his house, and then yesterday the lady at the church put me on their prayer list. I haven't ate any sugar, man. I stopped sugar quite a while back. Yeah, I'm doing everything I can, man. I had it really bad. I had it everywhere. It's metastasized, stage 4, small cell, the worst kind you can have. I'm still alive a year and a couple months later still. So I'm still making it. No salt, man. I can't eat the salt or sugar. Definitely fracking. This whole area is fracking. So we have all kinds of earthquakes in the fracking zones. 2.8, 4.3, 4.3, 3.5, 2.5. So the fracking quakes are getting pretty big. Two of them 4.3s. And I can see this size quake just from the weight of the snow. Almost looks like a volcano or something right there. I could sit there and look at that stuff for hours. Let's go look at that one quake off the coast, the west coast. So, to add misery to the west coast, if they get like an earthquake from just the sheer weight of all that snow and all that water displacement, just think what that could do. If it opens up a fissure or something. And we know they've caused earthquakes building dams just by displacing, water for a lake. They've created a little bit over 4.0 earthquakes by just displacing the water. Just imagine what all this snow and rain pushing down on that big plate's doing. Man, is it going to load? Man, as soon as I want to zoom in on it, it goes out. Hey, thanks out there, Mary. Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, I think I'll take that. There's not a whole lot that I don't take. I'm going to give everything a break here for a couple of days. And then I'll get back on my routine. Just kind of still trying to get this liver cleaned out and get that tumor out of there. Well, right now there's only one earthquake right there, so. All right, let me go ahead and get out of there. Whoa, that's a pretty deep quake. So we'll have more energy coming in. Just had a 4.9 down in Argentina. Just hit, like just now. See, we move these up. We'll see what kind of bigger quakes over the last several days. Let's go bigger. Let's go 5. So all this energy still has to go around that way. It's got to come up and around. Looks like everything's between 5.2, 5.7. It's right where the volcanoes are up there. So we need this side to fill in, which we just had the one down here to the south. So there's probably going to be a bigger quake up to the north. There's going to be bigger quakes in the middle. This is all going to fill in just like that. All that energy from this deep quake's going to circle right on around both ways across. We can see it's already went across. And you can see that these are all 5.2 to 5.7s, 5.4, 5.0 to 5.0s. And just had the 4.9 to the south, so everything's going to script on the earthquakes. All right, guys. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Much love. Armor up. Eyes of the sky. Thanks everybody out there that helps support us and prays for us. We want to keep fighting this fight, so we got to keep making it. That's why we're here, man. We're part of the army. Anyway, guys, eyes to the sky, armor on. Much love, and you never know. I've been waking up at weird hours. I get up at like 2, 3 in the morning. I may make a video on how to make a good picture shots, how to do the pictures of like the moon and stuff. Guess before we could go, I can just show you the pictures I took for January and February. These are just my finished pictures. I'll probably make a video on it. So we got, in the month of January, we caught the comet. Quite a few pictures of that. I'll scroll through them real fast. Caught that's the Monkey Head Nebula and the Jellyfish Nebula. Tons of pictures on the comet. I spent almost a whole month filming the comet. Every night the sky was clear. That's actually this picture, but I shot it in hydrogen alpha. I put a filter on there that blocks all the light but the hydrogen wavelengths. Now my camera is not astro modded, so it's not as good as it should be. I'm afraid to tear the camera apart, take the IR cut filter off, and then try to get the camera back together. I'm not good at that. Pretty good shots of couple good ones of the comet. Here's one with the star trail. That's probably the best one. Here's the Orion Nebula in the hydrogen alpha. The Horse Head. Flame Nebula. Couple of moon shots of the Whirlpool Galaxy. Needs a lot more integration time on that. Some of these, you want to film for hours, not just a few pictures. The more pictures you got, you stack all the good ones, and all the colors come out that we can't see with our eyes or even our cameras. Our cameras have light blocking filters on them. You got to tear the camera apart, take the filters out to actually get the full what's really going on. Up in the sky, the different wavelengths. And then here's February's photos. So I'm going to be starting a new folder. This is Orion. I'll start a new folder for March because I haven't took no pictures yet. Look at all these galaxies. I just shot this part of the sky. It looked in my app. It showed all these galaxies. I mean, you just everywhere you look, there's a galaxy. I can't remember what they call this area. It's like Maricata's Loop or something like that. I mean, there's even super faint ones. This is really cloudy when I filmed all this, but it's still, I film it even if it's cloudy. I don't care. This is even a different part of the sky. These are all the Got a like satellite coming through there. I tried to make a mosaic. It didn't work. I still don't know how to do any of that stuff. These are all February's photos of the moon. I got it dialed to sun. I'm definitely going to have better than this now. Some of them don't come out good. Some of them out crazy good like this one. The atmosphere is key, man, trying to get focus. You know, if it's really humid, you're not going to get it very good. If it's windy, you're not going to get it good. All the air currents. Can't quite get it perfectly in a focus. Temperature changes through the night when you're trying to film. And man, when I take these videos to make these photos, man, they're huge. Like one video's like, it could be 54 gigabytes. That's how big these video files are. They take a lot of space up. Some pretty clear ones in there. Let's see if there's one really. Man, that's pretty clear. Look at that little. Some come out pretty good, some ain't so good. Man, I took a lot of moon shots. This is February. Alright, that's it. Alright, I'll have to make a new folder. Here's the most recent ones. These are pretty wild. I used, these are the ones I just made, I think. No, these aren't it. Oh, here they are. Here's my most recent. These are the ones I was trying to make a mosaic out of, and I didn't even get them all. That's weird. It's blurry on here. That's a good one. Oh, yeah, there's a really crazy one here where if I get to it here. Where the heck is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, this is a crazy photo. And normally when I film the moon, there's this super bright. This thing is always so bright that you can't see in the crater. It's like it's emanating its own spotlight. Well, I filmed it way darker this time. And it's actually got a blue tint inside there. I don't know why. Maybe that's why it reflects so much light, man. It's emanating its own light. But it's really blue. I got one more video, I think, of it. I thought I had 2 shots of it. So it's way over there. It should be right there. And that's just off screen on that one. Man, I know I got one more shot of that. There it is. This picture is pretty blurry, but yeah, that's weird, man. It's got a blue color to it. And normally it's just a white light, like you can't get any details, just bright. So anyway, we caught that. Anyway, guys, I'll jump off here. It's the sky. Much love out there. Try to catch you tomorrow sometime. Armor up, armor on. It's a battle between good and evil right now. He plays in the dirt.